Hey yo, my YouTube guys, how y'all doing? Y'all already know I'm back with another video. There's no filter. Hey. So we're gonna talk about a couple of things today. And out of the couple of things that we're gonna talk about is one, why it took me so long to come back to YouTube, and then two, I did something, y'all. I'm a spill tea. I'm a spill tea though. I'm a spill tea. All right, so boom. Why did I stop doing YouTube? So I stopped doing YouTube because I felt like it was like a lot of pressure on me. I'm not even gonna keep to y'all. Like when y'all would FaceTime me, well, it's called no filter. So yeah, I stopped doing YouTube because y'all would call me, y'all would FaceTime me, y'all would be like, oh, it needs this needs to get done, you should do it like this, you should switch it up, blah, 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 blah. You know, and at the time, I just felt like I couldn't take the criticism. And somebody was like, oh,
your YouTube channel sucks.
But I just want to let y'all know, honey, I'm back. And that's just that on that. Yeah. And I don't care what y'all have to say. So, boom, the tea I had to spill was that I quit my job. I quit Delta T Group, bro. And I'm finna tell y'all why. So most of y'all would FaceTime me or whatever, and then I'd be like, oh, well, I got loads and loads of work to do. Like, I can't really talk right now. I gotta go to my boss. I gotta go do this. I gotta go do that. Blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, it was becoming too much. Like, you know, I was all for, like, you know, the room of improvement and all of that stuff or whatever, because, you know, I started out as a recruiter. And then a couple months I got promoted to what is it called? A staffing coordinator assistant. Then I got promoted to a billing specialist because, you know, I was in school and stuff. So I wanted to do something that was along my major. So yeah, I'm finna give y'all all of it. So I first started K-Cool. You know, everything was fine, everything was cool, everything was easy. I was getting it or whatever. Whole time I'm in competition with another person and I didn't even know. So I'm sitting there like, you know, we just asking questions or whatever. We trying to piggyback off of each other and all this other stuff. But my work proved that I knew what I was doing. Now the other girl, she was like real sweet. She was real, like, she wasn't quiet, but she was just like one of them girls that be like, like that's all, like sitting there and just quiet and like not really saying much until spoken to. Yeah, she was one of them. She was real cute. She was adorable. So, oh yeah, and she was 31. I'm like, damn, girl, you look young. Like she was my age. I'm like, sheesh, can I age like that? But anyway, yeah. So long story short, they ended up firing her because her work just wasn't that. Like, I'm like, damn, like, what if they fired me? Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't want to get fired. I just got this job. So I start doing what I had to do. You feel me? I start grinding in that job. I'm not even going to hold you. So, boom, my grind turned into training. So I started training people while I was doing my work. Yeah. And then after I was finished training, I started picking up other work. Like, all right, so y'all know my work was split up by regions or whatever. So I'm doing PA, I'm doing Virginia, I'm doing LA, I'm doing Maryland, I'm doing that. So boom, I just named like 4 or 5 regions right there. So y'all know my workload was crazy. And then once they seen that I could do it, he pulled me to the side. Hey, can you do X, Y, and Z? We need you to what he said, do some special invoicing for something. So I'm like, all right, teach me. You know me. Like, just teach me and I'm willing to do it. Okay, cool. So I learned it. It was a piece of cake, y'all. Like, when I tell y'all they made this stuff seem so extravagant, it was just crazy. It was super crazy. All it was just doing a spreadsheet. And then going from the spreadsheet and just reading, making sure everything was right. That's all it was. But they made it seem so crazy. And yo, let me tell y'all, when I first transitioned over to that department, I was supposed to get a raise. Why the did they forget about my raise? They forgot about my raise, yo. How do you forget about that? Like, make it make sense. But yeah, so they just started piling work on top of me, trying to make me do X, Y, and Z. The special invoicing was cake. Then we get another manager or whatever. So, well, we had two managers. We get another manager. So, at first, I'm sitting there, and he, like, trying to run everything. Excuse me, I gotta take a sip. Alright. So, yeah, he's sitting there, like, trying to run everything or whatever. And we like, who is this guy? Like, what is his title? Like, why is he telling me what to do? And like the whole department was like that. Like, still to this day, I bet you, out of all those people that were there, shout out my Delta T people, I miss y'all. But out of all of them that was there, they like, what he do? And yeah, so I found out that I was supposed to be working with him or whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, he might seem cool. And when I did the special invoicing for Maryland, he like, yeah, you know, we're going to be working closely together, da-da-da-da. So the girl that was working there previously doing the work that I did before she left, she was like, oh, yeah, he going to get on your nerves, girl, da-da-da-da. I'm like, no, like, he cool so far. Child, was I in for a run. Yo, this man started nagging, calling me. Like, if I'm on the phone with somebody, that's the person y'all would hear in the background. Yeah, that was him. Like, just, so, yeah, so I was working with him or whatever. It was cool for a little bit. He started piping me up a little bit. I felt like, all right, bro, chill. Like, you know, he was just like, you know, yeah, the work you've been doing, you making me look good. Like, da-da-da-da-da. I'm not here to make you look good, bro. I'm here to do what I gotta do, get my bread, and go. Don't tell me I'm making you look good, because then I'll just stop. And long story short, that's what I did. And they, of course, they said something to me. Like, they pulled me to the office. They was like, well, you know, your work has been really, really good. But we could just feel you slacking a little bit. And at this point, y'all, I was tired, like, stressed out. Like, people would say, what's wrong? Like, they constantly just ask me, what's wrong? They would say, you look tired, you look angry, you look da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, I don't want to talk to y'all. I just stop talking to me. Like, I like y'all cool and all, but stop talking to me. And I guess I was like, I don't know, I was just stressed to a point where, like I said, I didn't want nobody talking to me. I didn't want my phone ringing. I came in the crib. I just wanted to go right to sleep or just in my room and just sit there and like chill. I did not want nobody talking to me. All I wanted was to be by myself. And, you know, of course, like, I didn't get that. But it was all good or whatever. I just, whew. Y'all, I'm here to tell y'all, if y'all are stressed, if your job is making you stressed, bro, like to the point where you could see it on your face, and like to the point where you don't want to be with nobody and you don't want to talk to nobody and you don't want nobody talking to you, you don't want them questioning you, you don't want none of that, bro, I'm telling y'all, that job is not for you. And I'm not even gonna cap to y'all, like, God stepped in. He stepped in. God stepped in and was like, oh, so when are you quitting your job? And it was like through one of my friends, and I'm like, how did you even know like I was getting ready to quit my job? How did you know like I was even thinking about it? Like, bro, what, you just stepped into my brain or something? But that's how I knew it was God though, because he like, so when you quitting? I'm like, oh, you, yeah? Like, that's how you coming? Like, yeah? So I'm like, I was thinking about quitting, but I need this job though. Like, I'm trying to move. I'm trying to do like all this other stuff. I'm trying to make money moves. I'm trying to do this, and this. And I still got bills to pay and da-da-da-da. And like, I was just like fighting it for real. I'm like, bro, like, I feel like I'm stuck. And then, like, once I started to feel like I was stuck, it started messing with my brain. And then it started messing with my brain. And then I'm like, oh, like, why am I going through this? So I just was like, okay, I'm just sitting there. So one of the guys that I used to work with, he texted me and was like, oh, hey, Day, how you doing? Blah, 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 blah. You know, I'm like, I'm cool. You feel me? I'm still at this job. And he was like, I've been telling you since the first day that I met you, you do not belong there. And he was like, you too smart. You're too young. You just don't belong there. And I'm like, okay. So then he starts talking to me and I'm like, but I got all this stuff to like deal with. I got stuff to pay. I got stuff to like, I got things I want to do, X, Y, and Z. He like, it might not happen the way that you want it to happen. And that's how I knew, like, all right, God, all right, I'm finna do it. You confirmed it. My mom was even saying the same thing. I'm like, all right, bet. Like, y'all confirmed it. I guess that's the move. So it became the move. And I wrote my letter. I said, all right, boom. February 10th, that's when I'm leaving. Like, that's when I'm chucking it up. So that's what happened. And I came and y'all, when I tell y'all, my last 2 weeks, when they saw my face, bro, they was like, oh my God, you look so happy. Like, you look like just a big weight just lifted off your shoulders. I'm like, yeah, bro, because it is. Yo, I didn't even tell y'all. They wanted to promote me again to a leadership position. Plus the work that I have to do. No, I'm cool. And I told them, like, yeah, I'm glad. I'm cool off this joint. And, you know, they was all butthurt or whatever, but it was like, I gotta do what I gotta do. You feel me? And then, when my manager found out, he was like, oh, the drawling boy, yeah. So when he found out, he was like, oh, well, when your new job fires you, you have my number. Give me a call. Who are you talking to? Yeah, it's my last 2 weeks. Yeah, but I'm going to give it to you, bro. And I gave it to him. I told him, listen, you going to have to pipe down, bro, because you ain't getting nowhere in life with, like, acting like that. You feel me? Like, we cool, but we ain't there. So, yeah, y'all. I'm a living testimony. Feel me? If you are stressed, if you are breaking out, if you are, you know what I'm saying, you ain't feeling right, call on the Lord, because he'll be there at all times. Amen? Amen. But, yeah, I guess that concludes, you know, my little stories. If y'all got some questions or anything, Riley, sit down. Now the other dog is barking. But yeah, like I was saying, if y'all got questions, if y'all got comments, if y'all got concerns, leave them below in the comments. You feel me? Thank you guys. Peace, love, and blessings. Love y'all. Thank y'all for watching No Filter. Period.